gamers of Reddit, what is your "this dude forgot to turn off his mic" moment? Back in the Halo 2 days, a teen was getting yelled at to get off the game. He called his mom a bitch and she responded with an ass whooping that sounded like a hyena getting mauled by 50 cats in a plywood box. The teen's kid brother got on during the beatdown saying hell yeah. He never lets me play. Little man was actually pretty good from what I remembered too. Edit. Thanks for the well wishes. I didn't realize it was cake day. Hyena getting mauled by 50 cats in a plywood box. I don't know how that feels like and would prefer to never know. I do. And you don't want to know. Wasn't really a "this dude forgot to turn off his mic" moment, but rather he was trying to play it off as if it was. I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare when one of my teammates dies and is left to spectate me. After a while, he says he has to leave and then proceeds to moan loudly. At first, I thought he was jacking off until he leaned into the mic and in the worst girl voice you can imagine said, "Can't believe guy's name has a 7-inch penis." I just laughed uncontrollably and he responded with, "Sorry man, was having sex. If you're gonna lie, why stop at 7 lol. Large without being ridiculously large, I guess." Kid on PC arguing with his mom because he didn't want dinner. I was so hungry and his mom sounded sweet. Don't eat the mother. Why not? So basically me and 3 other dudes on Discord. One was living with his parents and grandparents. His grandpa barges into his room and after mumbling something he yelled, "Pull down your pants." Dude was just wearing some dirty pants, but we fully misunderstood the situation. I laughed so hard you don't even know. He knows. He always knows. Years ago, Halo 3, my cat was being unusually affectionate and cuddly. I liked a guy in multiplayer and was distracted by the cat. I start asking who has a fuzzy belly, who is my fuzzy girl. And it turned out the guy I killed could still hear my voice and he was having none of it. I wish I still has the XBL message he sent. He seemed really insecure about his fuzzy belly. Killed / liked / both. How else do you show your loved one you care? Chillin' in a squad when someone doesn't have push to talk on and they start yelling at their family and occasionally letting out a giant scream from dying. Sorry but I'll never use push to talk, bro. I can't tell you how many times it's gotten me killed and how much of an inconvenience it is. The trick is to find a setup you're comfortable with and stick with it. The worst part of PTT for me is finding a mouse with a pinky button. Razer has been good to me, but their quality seems to be slipping, so I worry about when it comes time for a replacement. I have been using a pinky button for PTT for 12 years now. It's so second nature I sometimes hit it if I take a phone call while I'm at my computer. I don't have any as weird as the ones here, but I definitely recall one time getting ready to pull a raid boss in WoW and hearing one kid's mother yell at him to take out the trash. The kid was 16 or something, and all 24 of us were like, "Nope, not pulling yet. Go take out the trash for your mom." I also have a friend who used to fall asleep on Discord after taking Ambien, and some of those conversations were hilarious. But I'm pretty sure he knows where I live and will kill me if I share them on Reddit. Make the sacrifice. I must know. Basically this guy during my game was saying we needed to finish it quick. His girlfriend was coming over. This was during a ranked game, so the guy didn't want to leave. It ended up being a pretty hard match. It was Dota, so it ended up being 120 minutes long. He started to flame everyone on mic because his girlfriend was almost here and we needed to end the match. Then we hear him apologize to his girlfriend because he can't leave, and then she says it's alright. She wants to see how focused he can stay. Thank God for the ability to mute people, otherwise we would have heard him getting his dick sucked for 20 minutes. He didn't stay focused on the game and we lost. Close bracket. The biggest lie here is someone playing Dota had a girlfriend. The biggest lie here is that someone can lose while getting a blowjob. Yelled at his new wife while she was asking for help with groceries and their 3-month son. We chose not to hang out with him after that. That's some real bullshit, man. I hope she has a new husband. No, I hope he has realized his mistake and has changed. Just today I was playing Modern Warfare and this guy on my team had his mic open. His phone rang in the background and he picked up to his wife talking about how he needs to get off his ass and go to the store. He led with profanities and ended with a fine bitch and went back to playing. I said into game chat, "So are you gonna go to the store?" Unfazed he said no. His wife needs to leave him. Holy shit. Mayo, yeah, it's quarantine. Older sister was telling his little brother, our teammate, that is her time to play and she will turn off the console if he doesn't get up. He insists just this one match. Please. No. No. No undersconnected. Lol. /r/perfectly cut screams. I really wish that sub was called /r/perfectly cut skirt. I was that dude once. Nothing scandalous. Just embarrassing. You know how sometimes couples will be all sugary sweet, love-ove to each other when they are alone. In a way that they'd probably not do in front of other people because it's so cringy. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. People in relationships. Anyway, I had my headset on and was being a typical idiot with my friends. My then partner was nearby, so I took off the headset, forgot to mute the mic, and commenced the instant transformation into this over-the-top cute as you love a kitten. You can imagine how much I wanted to crawl under a rock and die a few minutes later. That was like 12 years ago. I was extra careful about the mic from then on. I've done the same thing, but with a text, and sent it to the wrong person. Super love-a-dove cringe type stuff that you only do in private. Very careful with checking who I'm sending messages to now. What did you write? I wasn't playing or watching the live stream, but during an iRacing event, NASCAR driver Kyle Larson did not realize his mic was on for the entire group and therefore was being broadcasted via Twitch. Said, "Can anybody hear me? Hey, N-word." Very next day he lost his real life NASCAR sponsors and his real life ride. Bruh, imagine losing your career on iRacing. Couldn't be me. Some dude confessing his love to a girl and then singing a song to her. It worked in the end. We all cheered for him. Was it the never-ending story? Someone with a rope and mic instructing his girlfriend to do a blowjob edit. Hiss. Here I go doing a blowjob again. Caught my friend jacking off on mic thinking he muted himself. I heard him groaning, so then I shouted no coming in my party. Oh come on man, I was only having fun. He started reading out loud to himself an erotic furry hentai novel. I don't think this was an accident. Some people read out loud whenever they read anything. It's a habit they pick up and have a hard time breaking for whatever reason. It also seems to be relatively common amongst people who have more trouble reading, where I think it helps them read it by saying it at the same time. I've played a game with a guy whose kids were playing in the background. He kept telling them to relax, keep it down, and whatever more and more aggressively. At some point, it all just goes off, and you could just hear how he slapped the shit out of at least one of the kids. Kids crying and screaming, tumbling sounds, dude yelling off the top of his lungs, skin getting slapped. Everything in game just stopped, and the rest of the team were just in shock. My friend says let's back out, and we do. I wanted to hurt this man so bad. I'd call the police and tell them what? Someone is abusing their kids and all the information you can provide is that the person is male and their screen name is blank. There's literally nothing you could do in that situation. A police department wouldn't be able to do anything because there's no telling it's even happening in their jurisdiction. He had a wireless headset and proceeded to have a wee, then went in back, clearly didn't mute his mic like he thought he had. Is this weird? I do this all the time with the boys. Not weird. The boys always making sure I got a healthy flow. Okay, so this one was actually on me. I first got COD 3 for PS4 a while back. Like I was a serious squeaker. So eventually I joined my first online match and was getting whooped. I kid you not. My mom was making tater tots that night and proceeded to yell loud enough for my dinky little earbud mic to pick up Awenyo tate r2 t's re weird why. Not my proudest moment, but I still laugh at it. Hey, that's my name. Go 40 Moen. Nice to know I'm not alone out there lol. I have 2 stories. I've been waiting for this thread forever. First story, I was playing Black Desert Online with a group of my friends. 2 of those friends are married. We'll call them Barbie and Barbie. Barbie goes to the kitchen to make food while muting her mic. Meanwhile, Barbie tells us be right back guys and runs off to the kitchen. As we just finished grinding, I parked my horse in Velia and we all started hearing moans coming from B's end of the mic. Turns out, Barbie and Barbie were having sex in the kitchen and Barbie's headset unmuted his Discord somehow. When Barbie got back, we were all trying so hard not to laugh, and Barbie comes back like babe did you duck and forget to mute your mic. They immediately left the call, and we burst out laughing. They didn't join back for 3 days. Second story, my friend from school, who we'll call G, has a little bit of a temper problem and rages like every other game. One day, as we are playing League with the boys, G's girlfriend comes into his room and we immediately hear top tier rape coming from the other end like shut the duck up you cunt, all you do is spend my goddamn money, I'm so sick and tired of this shit, you stupid / insert the n word hard r / you know him broke right. You could hear his girlfriend crying from the other end of the mic, and the next thing he says is sorry guys, what did I miss? The saddest part of this story is that G and his girlfriend still together. You should probably not be friends with G anymore. And before that, explain to him why his shitty actions aren't justified by him having a temper. I was playing Rainbow Six Vegas a whole while back. Got myself a few friends in, and also had a couple of stragglers. We were pretty decent as team. We'd not lost for a few days, although playtime had only been a few hours due to work. Anyway, these stragglers who joined got added to our chat. Talked strategy with them, they seemed alright. 2 brothers from Georgia. We start playing, and we are abseiling down the roof, running through casinos and everything is going well. Our squad are racking up kills, but one of the stragglers keeps dying. His brother is complaining. Guy who keeps dying grabs the briefcase and runs. We are calling to get him to come to the lift shafts, but he ignored us. Runs straight to the windows and gets taken out. Drops the case in a room packed with enemies. We can't get it in time. We lose. The useful brother starts complaining and muttering under his breath. Then talks louder, like we couldn't hear him before, and says sorry about his brother's mistake. We'll win now. We switch to defense. The useless brother runs straight out of the vault. Despite telling him to wait at the back stairs, goes and gets killed. His brother is mumbling again, clearly agitated. Now, the useful brother is defending the case. Anyone who gets past the 3 main defense points, he is picking them off and doing great. Case never leaves a sight. Despite the back stairs not being covered, useless brother sees someone in the case room. Decides to throw a flashbang. We all get blinded. Look around. Case is gone. As we are going chasing after it, the useless bro apologizes. His brother says whatever, and in his mumble voice he seemingly thinks no one can hear says this is the exact crap that made me shit in your gym bag. The character of the useless bro stops dead in front of me as we are chasing the enemy. Then there's a loud noise on the other brother's mic, followed by what sounded like the biggest bitch slap, open palm strike whatever I've ever heard. Useful brother's character suddenly stops too. Me and my squad are laughing, wondering what's going on, as we lose the game. And on the mix we can just hear one of the brothers crying. And then a mom shouting in the distance. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.